Chapter 1 The marriage of Himachala. Narad said, O Brahma, how did the goddess Sati, the daughter of Daksha who forsook her body in her father's sacrifice, become the daughter of Himachala, and the mother of the universe? How could she secure Shiva as her husband after performing a severe penance? Please explain this clearly to me who ask you about it. Brahma said, O foremost of sages, listen to the story of Shiva, which is excellent, sanctifying, highly divine, auspicious and destructive of all sins. When the great goddess Sati, the daughter of Daksha, was sporting about on the Himalayas with Shiva, Meena, the beloved of Himachala, thought that she was her own daughter and loved her like a mother with all kinds of nourishments. When the great goddess Sati, the daughter of Daksha, who had been to her father's sacrifice and who did not receive his due attention, became angry and cast off her body, at the very same time, O sage, Himachala's beloved Meena waned to propitiate her in Shivaloka. Sati thought to herself, I shall be her daughter, and cast off her body in order to become the daughter of Himachala. At the proper time, Sati, who had cast off her body and who was worshipped and eulogized by the gods, became the daughter of Meena out of sheer joy. On being advised by Narad, the goddess, who was named Parvati, performed a severe penance and thereby secured Shiva as her husband. Narad said, O Brahma, of great intellect and foremost of eloquent gods, please tell me the origin and details of the marriage of Meena. Blessed indeed is the gentle lady Menaka, of whom Sati was born as a daughter. Hence that chaste lady is worthy of the honor and blessings of everyone. Brahma said, O sage Narad, you listen to the story of the origin of Parvati's mother and her marriage and other details, both sanctifying and conducive to the growth of devotion. O excellent sage, there in the northern region is a mountain called Himavat, who is the lord of mountains and has great splendor and prosperity. His twofold aspects, that of a mobile nature and that of the immobile one, are well known. I succinctly describe his subtle form. He is beautiful and is the storehouse of multifarious gems. Extending from the eastern to the western ocean, he appears like a measuring rod of the earth. He abounds in various trees. Being of variegated shape and features, he is adorned by many peaks on him. Lions, tigers and other animals frequent it. Many happy persons live there forever. He is the storehouse of snow, and yet, very fierce. He is the resort of wonderful things. He is resorted to by the gods, sages, and seers. He is a great favorite of Shiva. He is of pure soul, an abode of austerities. He sanctifies even the great souls. He is the bestower of the benefit of austerities. He is the auspicious storehouse of multifarious minerals. He is of a divine form. He is beautiful in every part. He is the unaffected part of Vishnu. He is the king of leading mountains and a great favorite of the good. Due to the desire for the benefit of the manes and the gods, and for the stabilization of his ray as well as for the increase of virtue, Himachala wanted to marry. At that time, considering their own interest entirely, O excellent sage, the gods approached the celestial forefathers and said lovingly to them. The gods said, O ye forefathers, listen to our words with pleasure. If you desire that the affairs of the gods be fulfilled, you must act accordingly soon. Uniting your eldest daughter Meena of the auspicious features with Himachala, a great benefit will accrue to everyone. At every step, the miseries of the gods and those of yours as well can be reduced. Brahma said, on hearing these words of the gods, pondering over them and remembering the curse incurred by their daughters, the forefathers said amen to their proposals. They gave their daughter Meena to Himavat. In that auspicious marriage there were great festivities. Vishnu, the other gods and the sages reached there with their ears set on Shiva. Giving many charitable gifts, they made the celebration a great success. They praised the celestial forefathers and the Himavat. All the gods and he sages rejoiced and returned to their own abodes with their hearts set on Shiva. After receiving many articles as gifts and marrying the beloved Lady Meena, the Lord of Mountains returned to his abode and rejoiced. Brahma said, "O excellent sage, the pleasing details of the splendid marriage of Himavat with Meena have been recounted to you thus. What more do you wish to hear?" Chapter 2 Meena and others incur the imprecation of Sanaka etc. Narad said, "O Brahma, the intelligent one, please now tell me reverently about the origin of Meena as well as the imprecation. Please clear my doubts." Brahma said, "O Narad and the sages, listen to the narrative of the origin of Meena. O excellent son, O great scholar, I shall mention it now. O sage, I have already told you about my son Daksa. He had 60 daughters, of all whom were the instruments of creation. He celebrated their marriages with Kashyapa and other bridegrooms. You know all that already. O Narad, now, listen to the present story. Among those, the daughter Savda was given to the forefathers. She had 3 daughters, all of whom were of handsome features and virtuous forms. O excellent sage, listen to their holy names which remove obstacles and confer blessings. Meena was the eldest. Dhanya was the middle and Kalavati was the youngest. All these were mentally conceived daughters of the forefathers. They were not born of the womb of Svadha. They were conventionally considered her children. On reciting their names, men can achieve their desires. The mothers of the worlds are worthy of reverence of the entire universe always. They are the bestowers of great joy. They are great yoginis, storehouses of knowledge. They pervade the 3 worlds. O excellent sage, once the 3 sisters went to Svetadvipa, White Island, in the world of Vishnu for sightseeing purpose. After bowing to and eulogizing Vishnu with great devotion, they halted there at his bidding. A great concourse of people was held there. O sage, at the same time, Siddhas, sons of Brahma, Sanaka and Ohairs came there. They bowed to and lauded Vishnu and stayed there at his bidding. On seeing those sages Sanaka and others and the persons who had assembled there, stood up. When they, the elders of gods respected by the people, sat, they all bowed to them. Helpless by misfortune and deluded by Lord Shiva's illusion, O sage, the 3 sisters did not stand up. Shiva's illusion is weighty and capable of deluding the worlds. The entire universe is subservient to it. It is also called Shiva's will. The same is also called an action that has begun to fructify. Its names are many. Everything takes place on Shiva's wish. There is nothing to be pondered over in this respect. Becoming a victim thereof, the sisters did not make obeisance to them. They remained surprised and stunned thereafter seeing them. On seeing such a behavior on their part, the great sages, Sanaka and others, despiting wise, became unbearably furious. Himself deluded by Shiva's illusion, Sanaka, a perfect yogin, furiously told them, giving a curse as punishment. Sanat Kumara said, in spite of being the daughters of the forefathers, yet 3 sisters are foolish, bereft of wisdom and ignorant of the essence of the Vedas. You did not stand up nor did you pay any respects to us. You were haughty and deluded, and so evinced a deluded disposition of human beings. Hence all of you shall leave heaven. May the three sisters deluded by ignorance be born as human womenfolk. May ye reap this fruit as a result of the power of our own action. Brahma said, on hearing this, the chaste maidens got perplexed. The three fell at his feet and spoke with their heads bent down. The daughters of the forefathers said, O excellent sage, ocean of mercy, be pleased now. Because we were mentally confounded we did not bow to you. O Brahman, the result thereof has been achieved by us. O great sage, it is not your fault. Bless us now whereby we shall regain heavenly abode again. Brahma said, on hearing their words, O dear, the sage spoke to them. He had been induced by Shiva's illusion to give them redemption from the cruise. He was a bit consoled. Sanat Kumara said, O ye three daughters of forefathers, listen with pleasure to my words that will dispel your sorrow and bestow happiness to you. May the eldest among you become the wife of Himavat, the mountain that is a part of Vishnu. Parvati shall be her daughter. The second daughter Dhanya shall be the Yogini, the wife of Janaka. Her daughter shall be Mahalakshmi in the name of Siddha. The youngest Kalavati shall be the wife of the Vaishya, Vrsabhana. At the end of Dvapara, Radha shall be her daughter. The Yogini Meena shall attain the great region Kailasa along with her body and in the company of her husband due to the boon of Parvati. Janaka shall be blessed by Siddha, born in Janaka's race, and he shall be a living liberated soul. A great yogin, he will attain Vaikuntha. Kalavati by the virtue of Vrsabhana shall become a living liberated soul and attain Goloka along with, there is no doubt in it. Without adversity how can one attain greatness? To person of good rights, if misery vanishes happiness is likely to be difficult of access. Yea, the daughters of forefathers shall shine in heaven. By the vision of Vishnu your evil actions have been quelled. After saying this, the sage was freed of his fury on thinking of Shiva, the bestower of wisdom, worldly pleasures, and salvation. Listen further to my words, always pleasing to you. You are all blessed by Shiva's pleasure. Hence you will be worthy of honor and respect immediately. Meena's daughter, goddess Parvati, the mother of the universe, shall become Shiva's beloved after performing severe penance. Dhanya's daughter Siddha will become Rama's wife. Based on worldly conventions she will sport about with Rama. Kalavati's daughter Radha, resident of Goloka, shall become the wife of Krishna, united with him in secret love. After saying this, that holy sage Sanat Kumara vanished there itself along with his brothers after he was eulogized duly. The three sisters, the mentally conceived daughters of the forefathers, were freed of their sins and attained happiness. They returned to their residence quickly. Chapter 3, Hymn to Shiva by Vishnu and Other Gods. Narad said, O Brahma, the best of eloquent ones, of great wisdom, please tell me, what is the subsequent story of the good auspicious mountain? You have narrated the wonderful story of the auspicious antecedents of Meena. He details of the marital rites too are heard. Please continue the subsequent narrative. After marrying Meena, what did the mountain do afterwards? How was Parvati, the mother of the universe, born of her? How did she secure Shiva as her husband after performing a severe penance? Narrate all these things in detail regarding the glory of Shiva. Brahma said, O sage, lovingly listened to the auspicious glory of Shiva, on hearing which even a slayer of a Brahmin becomes pure and attains all desires. O Narad, there was great pomp and ceremony in the three worlds when Himachala returned to his abode after marrying Meena. The delighted Himachala too celebrated a great festival. With good intention he worshipped and revered Brahmins, kinsmen, and others. The contented Brahmins returned to their respective abodes after blessing them. The kinsmen and the others also returned. The delighted Himachala sported with Meena in his cozy abode, Nandana, and other parks, as well as in several nice places. At that time, O sage, Vishnu, the gods, and the noble-souled sages approached the mountain. On seeing the gods after their arrival, the noble Himachala bowed to them gladly and honored them with devotion. He praised his own good fortune. With the head bent down and palms joined in reverence, he eulogized them with great devotion. Himachala's hair stood on end and tears of love fell from his eyes. O sage, after bowing to them, the delighted Himachala spoke thus to Vishnu and other gods. Himachala said, "Today my life has become fruitful. My good penance has become fruitful. Today my knowledge has become fruitful. Today my sacred rites have become fruitful. I have become blessed today. My entire kingdom, my wife and family have become blessed. Everything has become blessed. There is no doubt about it. Wherefore have you all of you come in a body? Lovingly command me, considering me your own servant." Brahma said, on hearing these words of Himachala, Vishnu and other gods considered their affair fulfilled and were delighted. They spoke. God said, "O Himachala of great intellect, please listen to our beneficent words. We shall gladly tell you why we have come. O Himachala, the mother of the universe Uma, who was born as Daksha's daughter, became Rudra's wife and sported for a long time on the earth. On being disrespected by her father, Sati remembered her vow, abandoned her body and returned to her own region. O Himachala, this story is well known in the world. You too know it. If this takes place, it will be an asset to all gods as well as to you. The gods too will be under your control." Brahma said, on hearing these words of Vishnu and others, the delighted Lord Himachala said, "So be it," and worshipped them with respect. After instructing him in the method to be followed with great devotion, they approached Uma, the consort of Shiva. They stationed themselves in a good place and remembered the mother of the universe, and bowing to her repeatedly eulogized her with devotion. The gods said, "O goddess Uma, mother of the universe, resident of Shivaloka, favorite of Shiva, O great goddess, O Durga, we bow to you. With great devotion we bow to the illustrious energy, the holy, the tranquil, the holy nourishment, and the one with the forms of Maha and the Avyakta. We worship you, Shiva, the cause of welfare, the pure, the gross, the subtle, the great goal, and the one delighted with the inner and good learning. You are faith, fortitude, and prosperity. You alone have control over everything. You are the splendor and energy of the sun illuminating your own universe. We bow to her who promotes robustness in all the beings of the universe, from Brahma to a blade of grass in the whole cosmos. You are Gayatri, the mother of the Vedas, Savitri, Sarasvati, the sustenance of all the universe. You are the triad of the Vedas, having Dharma for its form. You are sleep in all living beings. You are hunger, satiety, thirst, splendor, brilliance, and contentment. You are the delighter of every one forever. To those who perform meritorious actions you are the goddess of fortune. To the sinners you are the eldest sister, the deity of ignominy, you are peace for the universe, and the mother sustaining lives. You are the essential feature of 5 elements. You are justice in those who uphold justice. You are endeavor personified. Of the Rigveda you are the invocation, of the Yajurveda you are the blending knot of the mantras, of Samaveda you are the song, and of the Atharvana Veda you are the measure of time, you are the final goal. She who is the Tamasika power of all the gods, she who is visible in the Rajasika quality of the Creator, she who is heard by us as the benefactress and of the form of Shiva is eulogized here. Let us bow to her who is interested in residing on the Vindhya mountains, who is clever in the playful activity of affording protection to Astanga Yoga, who is devoid of cessation and who acts like a raft that enables the crossing of the ocean of worldly existence with its terrible miseries. May she be pleased with us, for keeping up the sustenance of the world, she, who in the form of slumber that is extremely exhilarating to all born in the universe, extends pleasure in the nose, eyes, face, arms, chest, and the mind. Brahma said, thus eulogizing the great goddess Sati, the mother of the universe, all of them stood waiting lovingly desirous of seeing her. Chapter 4 The goddess consoles the gods. Brahma said, thus eulogized by the gods, the goddess Durga, the mother of the universe, the destroyer of impassable distress, appeared in front of them. She was seated in a wonderful divine gem-set chariot over which a soft cushion had been spread and which was decorated with tinkling ornaments. She was shining with brilliance of her limbs that surpassed even the luster of a crore of suns. She was surrounded by a halo created by her own luster. She was of symmetrical splendor. She was the unequaled supreme illusion, the beautiful wife of Sadashiva. She had all the 3 qualities and was devoid of attributes also. She had been staying in the region of Shiva. She was the mother of the 3 deities, Chandi, Shiva, the destroyer of the distress of all, the mother of all supreme slumber and the redeemer of all her own people. She was seen by the gods through the power of huge column of brilliance. Again the gods eulogized her in order to have a sight of her. Then Vishnu and other gods who were desirous of seeing her saw the mother of the universe there itself after receiving her favor. The dwellers of heaven were extremely pleased, they bowed to her again and particularly eulogized her. The gods said, O Shiva, O great goddess, O mother of the universe, we gods bow to you, the destroyer of all distress. O goddess, neither the Vedas nor the sacred texts know you perfectly. Your greatness, O Shiva, is beyond the scope of speech and mind and cannot even be meditated upon. Even the Vedas mention you, trembling with fright, be negating what you are not. What will be the matter in regard to others? Many devotees know the same after getting your favor through devotion. There is no cause for fear to the devotees who seek refuge in you. O great goddess, listen to our submission which we, our slaves forever, are going to explain. Formerly you were born as the daughter of Daksha and were married to Shiva. You destroyed the great misery of Brahma and others. Being disrespected by your father, you cast off your body in accordance with your vow. You then went to your own world and Shiva became miserable. O great goddess, the purpose of the gods has not been completely carried out. The sages are agitated. Hence we, gods, have sought refuge in you. O great goddess, please fulfill the desire of the god, O Shiva, so that the words of Sanat Kumara may be fruitful. O goddess, incarnating again on the earth, please be the wife of Rudra, Shiva, again. Carry on our sports in a fitting manner and let the gods be happy. O goddess, may Rudra too, the resident of Kailasa, be happy. Let all become happy. Let misery perish entirely. Brahma said, saying so, Vishnu and the other gods, full of loving devotion, remained waiting silently and humbly. Shiva too was delighted on hearing the eulogy of God and ascertaining the course of the same. After remembering her Lord Shiva, the compassionate Uma addressed smilingly the gods, chief of whom was Vishnu. The goddess, favorably disposed to her devotees, said, Uma said, O Vishnu, O Brahm, O gods and sages who are free from sorrow and pain, ye listen to my words. I am delighted undoubtedly. My activities are conducive to happiness everywhere in the three worlds. The delusion of doxa and other things were carried out by me alone. I shall take a full incarnation on the earth. There is no doubt in this. There are many reasons for the same. I shall mention them with respect. Formerly, O gods, with great devotion Himachala and Meena rendered service to me in my life as sati, like my parents. Even now they continuously render me service, and Meena particularly does so. There is no doubt about my becoming their daughter. Just as you, Rudra too, desires my incarnation in the abode of Himavat. Hence I shall incarnate. That shall be the end of misery in the world. All of you return to your abodes. You shall be happy for a long time. After incarnating I shall give Meena full happiness. I shall become Shiva's wife. But this desire is a great secret with me. Shiva's dine sport is wonderful. It deludes even the wise. Ever since cast off my body born of doxa on seeing my Lord's disrespect at the hands of my father at the altar of sacrifice, my Lord Rudra is tormented by thoughts about me. He saw my anger at the altar of my father's sacrifice. Thinking that the virtuous lady had cast off her body out of love for him, he became a yogin and abandoned home life. He assumed an unearthly form and features. But he could not bear my separation. On account of me he was much distressed. He put on an abnormal dress. Ever since he forsook he excellent pleasure of love. Hear further, O Vishnu, O Brahm, O sages and O gods, the divine sports of the Supreme Lord Shiva, that protect the universe. Oppressed by the pangs of bereavement he wreathed the garland of my bones. Al-Tuf, he is the sole enlightened God, he did not get peace anywhere. Like a non-God, like a helpless creature he roamed about here and there and cried aloud. The Lord himself could not distinguish between proper and the improper. The Lord Shiva did this just to show the behavior of a love-lorn lover. He blabbered like a lover in despair due to separation. But really the Supreme Lord has no aberrations, is not distressed and remains unconquered. My Master Shiva is perfect, Lord of all, the controller of illusion. He is not tarnished by illusion. Of what avail are illusion, love, and other emotions for him? Rudra, the Lord, is anxious to marry me, and hence my incarnation on the earth at the residence of Meena and Himachala, O gods. In order to propitiate Rudra, I shall incarnate as the daughter of Meena, the wife of Himachala, in accordance with the way of the world. After performing a severe penance as his devotee, I shall become Rudra's beloved and then perform the work of the gods. This is truth, real truth, there is no doubt about it. All of you return to your abodes. Continuously worship Shiva. Undoubtedly your miseries will be quelled by his favor. By the grace of merciful Lord Shiva, you will achieve auspicious results. As the wife of that Lord I shall be honored and worshipped in the world. Brahma said, "Oh dear, even as the gods were watching, Shiva, the mother of the universe, vanished after saying this and returned immediately to her world. After making obeisance to the direction in which she went, the delighted Vishnu and others, sages, and the gods, returned to their abodes. O excellent sages, thus I have narrated to you the auspicious narrative of the goddess Durga. It is always pleasing to men and it bestows worldly pleasures and salvation. Whoever hears or recites this with concentration, reads or teaches this, will obtain the fruits of all desires.